Manjanikkara is a village in Ernakulam district of Kerala, a state in India. This Saint Kuriakose Jacobite Syrian Cathedral, also known as the second Manjanikkara, is located in Manjanikkara village. Rich in history and spiritual significance, the church belongs to the Cathedral diocese and serves more than 300 families. While its spiritual affairs are under the guidance of the Metropolitan of the diocese, the church independently governs its secular matters through its own constitution. Thanks to the unwavering faith, relentless efforts, support, and prayers of countless individuals, this ancient church has been beautifully renovated, restoring its grandeur without compromising its heritage. The video accompanying this narrative showcases the Holy Muran consecration ceremony, the commemoration feast of the Patriarch, and the traditional feast offerings. The church's origin dates back to 1916, when Rev. Father Pathros Kurum Balakot, then vicar of the Netchower St. Thomas Jacobite Syrian Church, established a cross at Manjanikkara. Inspired by the steadfast devotion and allegiance of the local faithful to the Holy See of Antioch, and with the blessing of the Cathedral diocesan metropolitan, a small chapel was constructed under the leadership of Rev. Father Givargas Colonel. On November 28, 1931, the first Holy Kurbano was celebrated there. As the spiritual aspirations of the congregation grew, the chapel was elevated to a parish church on June 26, 1966, through a Holy Kurbano celebrated by the then diocesan metropolitan, Paulos Morphilozenos Thirumani. From that day onward, Holy Kurbano has been conducted regularly on Sundays, feast days, and special occasions.
Sorry.
On February 13, 1931, Patriarch Ignatius Elias III, who had arrived in Kerala as a messenger of peace from the Holy See of Antioch, passed away and was laid to rest at the Manjanikkara Day era. During his 40th day memorial service, a group of 7 devoted members from Maynard Church, led by the late Mr. V.M. Peter Colonel, journeyed on foot to attend the ceremonies and receive blessings. Even today, pilgrims en route to Manjanikkara make it a point to visit Maynard Church, where they are provided with lunch and a place to rest before continuing their journey. In earlier days, this meal was sponsored personally by Mr. V.M. Peter. Now, the feast is organized by the parish itself, continuing a tradition of hospitality and spiritual care.
ശ്രേഷ്ഠനായ ഞങ്ങളുടെ പരിശുദ്ധ പിതാവായ അവിടത്തേക്ക് സമാധാനം സങ്കടപ്പെട്ടവർക്ക് സഹായങ്ങളെ ചൊല്ലി കൊടുക്കുന്ന വലിയ ഭണ്ഡാരം കർത്താവിന്റെ സത്യവാമ പ്രകാരം അങ്ങയിലും അവിടുന്ന് കർത്താവിലും വാസിക്കുന്നു. ദൈവത്തിന്റെ വിശ്വസ്തരോ
Moved by devotion, Mr. V.M. Peter later built a memorial tomb for the Patriarch at Maynard, at his own expense. This sacred site began attracting pilgrims from northern regions, particularly those headed to Manjanikkara, who would stop to pray and pay homage at the tomb before continuing their pilgrimage on foot. Over time, this ritual evolved into what is now recognized as the longest foot pilgrimage in the world, the Manjanikkara pilgrimage. last resting place of Patriarch Elias Thed's relics was none other than the memorial tomb at the Maynard Church. This historic significance is why the church came to be affectionately known as the Second Manjanikkara. Leading the pilgrimage procession is a chariot bearing the name Maynard, representing the Northern Region Pilgrimage Group under the Holy See of Antioch. This chariot is central to the annual pilgrimage, and on its arrival at Omalur-Kurisha Junction near Manjanikkara, it is welcomed with reverence by the head of the Manjanikkara Daira along with other distinguished guests.